There is something about PC gaming that is hard to explain unless you've been in it for a little while. Yeah, sometimes there's the marketing bullet points that do catch on, the improved resolution and graphics, but it's way more than that to me. It's the feeling of being in control. You can tweak settings, you can mod the game, you can make it your own. There's an intangible to a PC game that you really love. Maybe you played the game a decade ago, upgraded your system, now you're replaying it, and you're seeing it on a higher setting than you could before, and it just blows you away. That kind of longevity is hard to replicate elsewhere, and honestly, why I've been thinking about this and playing a little bit more PC games lately is the value. Especially since game pricing has been in the discussion lately. You can pick up on a Steam sale a game that will give you 1,000 hours for like $5. You can get 10 of the all-time greats for like the price of one premium game if you time it around like Steam sales and stuff. And that is still unbelievable to me and also unbeatable in general. So today, while the talk of game value is in the mix, I thought it would be worthwhile to throw out a few PC games that really showed me why it was special, why they're an incredible value, and just really good gamey games that have stuck with me. And I encourage you to do the same down below. A lot of these are on different platforms, and so wherever you play it, that's fine too. But let's start with StarCraft 2. Shout out to Masco for encouraging me to do a new campaign playthrough, which I'm going through Wings of Liberty right now. This game changed my life. I've talked about it in previous videos, but the campaign's insane. The multiplayer mode is, oh my goodness, it's so incredible to play, to watch, to learn, to experience. In college, I just laddered every single day. It was in the hype moment when Twitch TV, or even at the time like Justin TV, everybody was streaming StarCraft 2, and it was alive and so much fun to be a part of. It's one of the best RTS games ever made. Mechanically, you could practice forever and still have a lot left to master. Just a ton of fun, whether you're playing the campaigns, which are incredible, Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and Legacy of the Void. And then on the multiplayer side, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, the co-op modes. Beyond all of that, if you need even more value, there's a thing in StarCraft 2 called the Arcade, where you can have all sorts of custom games, and they're big. People have made entire games, like first-person shooter games within the StarCraft 2 Arcade, and it is kind of crazy. This game is so incredible, and I believe the campaigns just came to Game Pass on PC. Very worth playing. Battlefield 4, I have to throw love to this one. The Battlefield series on PC is always tricky because there's so many good ones. Battlefield 1's amazing. 3's a ton of fun. I didn't get the chance to play much Bad Company 2, but I wish I did. Battlefield 4, in my mind, is peak chaos in the best way. 64-player matches, helicopters crashing into buildings, levolution happening, boats pulling up on the shore. Every single match just felt like an action movie, and you were the lead character. And on PC, it still shines. It's gorgeous in many ways. The experience has shifted. There's a lot of crazy movement and bunny hopping stuff these days, but I'm hoping that future Battlefield iterations can capture some of the magic that Battlefield 4 did. I have to throw a little bit of love to Cyberpunk 2077. The launch was a mess, the marketing overpromised and under-delivered, and honestly, when I played it, when it launched, my PC didn't have a ray tracing card, and it didn't look as good as like a lot of the marketing made it out to be, and I still really enjoyed it back then. Last year, I replayed it on a better card and went through the whole DLC, the Phantom Liberty DLC, and it is incredible. There are moments in this game where it does feel like it's knocking on the door of like what open world RPGs could be and pushing that envelope big time. The world building is unparalleled. Drive around Night City at night in the rain, blasting music in first person, and you'll get why there is just this certain magic to the game. I do believe if you pick it up on sale with the DLC, it is absolutely an incredible experience. Even with the shortcomings and there's stuff, I really think that Night City felt alive. Metro Exodus is another game. Well, if you watch the channel, you know I put footage up of it a lot. When I played it in 2019, I truly think that 4A figured out, at least for them, a great balance of their ultra linear single player like corridor style shooter and open world. Because at the time, and even still, There's a ton of games that just chased open world because it was trendy. They did a nice job of essentially having these semi-open world segments mixed in with ultra-tight linear designs, which is what they're known for in the earlier Metro games, and it blended extremely well. It's a very fun game, and it's stunning on PC. The lighting, the particle effects, the sound, if you put headphones on, there are some really atmospheric and scary moments within this game. I really think highly of Exodus, and I think it's an excellent point to enter into the series if you haven't played the other games before it. Half-Life 2, I pretty much talk about Half-Life 2 every other month, I think. Everything's been said about the game. It is timeless. The design, in my opinion, is darn near perfect for a single-player FPS game. The gravity gun, the physics puzzles. Ultimately, it's the pacing of the game that sticks with me. Visually, I think it's aged super well also, but you hop in and you just play, and it is a darn good FPS game. Think about the impact that it had, at least on the mod side. The spin-offs, Gary's Mod, CS Source. It had such a profound impact, at least on me as a kid when I played through it. And every time I've gone back and replayed it, all I can think is I can't wait to go through this once again. You could easily throw like a Portal game in here, whatever. Any of the big Source games from Valve typically are really, really good and really fun. On the indie side, Pseudoregalia. Toast Bomb recommended this game. It is a gem of an indie title. 3D platformer, Metroidvania. Typically, Metroidvanias can get a little frustrating, at least for me personally. I don't always enjoy the backtracking or trying to discover where this new ability can lead me. Not true with Pseudoregalia. Once I booted it up, I could not put the game down. You can feel the love in every corner. The movement tech is so addictive and so smooth. Even though I beat it last year, it hasn't been that long, it has stuck with me. I have thought about this game a ton, and it's worth picking up. And it does show, A, the value of PC gaming, but also B, just how creative it allows developers to be. Speaking of value, I know we just had the new Monster Hunter game drop, but I will always recommend and sing praise to Monster Hunter World. I played a good few hundred hours on console and then switched to PC, and yeah, the unlocked frame rates, the visuals, it was a nice upgrade. But the combat is just great in this game. And if you've never played a Monster Hunter title, the gist of it is, once you get over the initial learning curve, it doesn't take long, and I think World does probably the best job bringing in a new player to the franchise. Once you get over that curve and it clicks, 100 hours will go by in a blink. Capcom nailed it on this one. The value is unreal. So many event quests, so many great hunts, especially if you get Iceborne, the DLC. I love this game so much. If you have friends to play it with, fantastic. If you want to put 2 hours in or just 20 minutes in, it really delivers and still delivers to this day. Well worth checking out if you're on the fence about the franchise on the whole. Another game I absolutely love, Splitgate 1. This game is like amazing, especially if you learn the Portal mechanics. It's buttery smooth, the sandbox is amazing, and it's one of the best examples of modern day arena FPS games, like working in a great way with a unique twist. I poured so much time into this game. I haven't been playing it a lot lately. I wish the population was a little bit higher. I know they're getting ready, like with Splitgate 2, they've been doing all sorts of tests and stuff, but I will always think so highly of this game. It's got a level editor, a custom game browser, and you can still hop in and play. There's crossplay, and the consoles still hop in there and play also. So I loved Splitgate 1 an absolute ton. Didn't realize how many FPS games I put on this list. So we'll end it with Undertale. Undertale is very, very special to me. It's quirky and weird, hilarious and emotional all in one. It feels like a game. Well, I actually don't want to say too much about it. It does have some really cool, unique twists, and the story and the music somehow create something so special. It's saying something really important. And even though I've gone through it a few times, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it's saying. And it's also proof that graphics don't mean anything if the heart is there. I mean, Toby Fox made everything in Game Maker Studio. I think he used FL Studio to make the music. So that, yeah, the developer made basically everything, and it hits so deep. It's made me laugh. It's made me think. It's a great game, and it's got a ton of replayability with multiple options for endings and things like that. It is absolutely the kind of game that will stick with you long after the credits roll. And even though it's on every platform, I will always remember picking up on my PC right after I built it and just falling in love with the game. So all of these games in their own ways reminded me why I love this platform. It's not perfect, and play wherever you want to play. Who cares? You know, sometimes the obstacles of PC gaming are why folks don't want to play. Bugs, crashes, troubleshooting, all that stuff. But when it works, I mean, nothing else comes close to it. You get to play how you want. You get to go back to the games you loved and experience them better than ever. You get this value, this freedom, this depth, and some seriously good deals at times. And so, yeah, it can hit in a really different, unique, awesome way. If you have any games that made you feel similar, drop them in the comments down below. Always looking for some reasons to boot something up and get lost in. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you again very soon.